Hello, I'm Ken Fogg, and this is NewsNet, Baton Rouge. So grab yourself a tea or coffee as I go over with you the headlines and news from our local area and region. Alleged serial killer Ryan Sharp has been declared mentally incompetent to stand trial again. Ryan Sharp was previously charged in both East Feliciana and East Baton Rouge Parish for a killing spree in the summer of 2017. He had already been declared incompetent to stand trial in East Feliciana Parish and had been transferred in custody to the state mental health treatment facility in Jackson, Louisiana. He is accused of committing 4 shootings that left 3 people dead and 1 person seriously injured over the course of several months. After being told during an earlier hearing in November that 2 of the 3 doctors assigned to mentally evaluate Sharp concluded that he is not competent to assist his attorney and stand trial, Judge Trudy White announced her findings that he is not competent to stand trial in East Baton Rouge Parish either. Meanwhile, at the mental health facility in Jackson, Louisiana, doctors working to restore his sanity have been instructed to notify both of the courts whenever Sharp appears to have gained enough sanity to stand trial and face his charges for 3 murders and 1 attempted murder. The Louisiana legislature may allocate $86 million this year to address the most urgent child care and education needs for youngsters aged from birth to 3 years old, according to a recent report. This is a spending recommendation for what officials are calling Louisiana B23, which would gradually provide care for up to 114,000 of the 173,000 children who are in need in the state and who are also generally eligible for Medicaid. Currently, only about 22,000 of the 173,000 eligible children are covered. Now, because Louisiana is scraping the bottom of the U.S. maternal and early childhood health outcome statistics, ideas on how to increase early childhood education has won a lot of attention in Louisiana lately, and some advocates are hoping that if the legislature legalizes sports betting this year, the proceeds will be earmarked for pre-kindergarten services. These recommendations are being made by the Early Childhood Care and Education Commission, which is a 24-member panel of lawmakers, child care experts, and others. Its report will be submitted to the legislature when it convenes on April the 8th. Auditors this last year have flagged 5 cases in which they say money was misappropriated at Baton Rouge public schools, ranging from $530 stolen overnight at a middle school to more than $21,000 in cash raised from candy sales and other events that was never deposited in the bank. A preliminary version of the audit was presented by Postal Wait in Netterville to the school board on December the 6th. However, in the final version released earlier this week, Postal Wait in Netterville found and reported other problems, namely a former employee at Westminster Elementary who over 6 months failed to make nearly $22,000 worth of deposits into the bank, an employee at McKinley High School took student activity funds and purchased nearly $3,500 worth of cheerleader uniforms for a cheer group that is not sponsored by the high school. This individual was arrested on December the 11th. An employee of University Terrace Elementary failed to record about $3,000 worth of food and snack sales from concessions over a 10-month period. A total of $1,270 was fraudulently withdrawn electronically from the bank account of Lee High School. A teacher at Estruma Middle reported that $530 was stolen overnight from the teacher's classroom. This money was reported to the sheriff's office as a burglary, but no arrests have been made and none of the money has been returned. So far, in its response to the audit, the East Baton Rouge Parish School System has pledged to offer more training for executive secretaries and other school-level personnel. Finally, in Port Allen, Louisiana, law enforcement officials responded to a shooting Tuesday afternoon that left 1 person dead. The Port Allen Police Department has identified the victim as Dedrick Jackson, a 19-year-old. A call went out around 3:15 p.m. on Tuesday in the 900 block of Avenue A. Dedrick Jackson was taken to the hospital and later died. Detectives have not identified a suspect or established a motive as of yet. Anyone with information about the shooting is urged to call Crime Stoppers at 225-344-7867. These have been some of your headlines from our area and region. I am yours truly, Ken Fogg, and I'll see you next time right here on NewsNet, Baton Rouge.